Hi, it's me, Chio. Welcome. So today we are doing another episode of the Smart Money Woman, and this is episode 7. If you're noticing something different, that's because I have makeup on. I haven't done makeup in so long, so I'm really happy to do this one. I was honestly scared that I forgot how to do it, but I think I put it off. Just don't zoom in close so you wouldn't see the details. But anyways, back to the Smart Money Woman. The chapter starts off with after Zuri's airport running with Shola, and she is now at her mom's place, and she's just like having a conversation with her mom, just normal stuff, when a woman walks in and basically asks the mom for money, and the mom so willingly and generously gives her money. And while giving is good, you should also know that if you don't have, you can't give. So this is the problem. Mom doesn't have enough. Her house just got burned down, so she shouldn't give this money. And of course, Zuri is rightly angry that she does this and tells her mom to stop, but her mom doesn't listen and tells Zuri isn't her business, but it's Zuri's business anyway. So that's what happens with the mom. And after the whole situation is done, Zuri is back in Lagos, and she meets up with her friends, and they just have like conversation on what's been happening with their life. And Zuri brings up the issue with her mom giving out money she barely has because her mom is retired and she's a widow. So why is she giving out her money? So Lara mentioned something about that, and I realized then that Lara has the same life Zuri's mom has, basically giving money to your whole family and not really keeping anything for yourself. What you're doing is considered good, but at what cost? What other alternatives are there? What safety nets do you have if something were to happen to you? Because these people are not giving anything in return, there's nothing helping you. So you have no safety nets basically. So the conversation the girls are having is about what happened with Zuri's mom and also Zuri's running with Shola at the airport. And the conversation of dating and who you marry and all that also comes into play with who money matters naturally. So Tammy points out that she will only marry somebody who can sponsor her, basically, that while she enjoys working, she doesn't want to have to work. She doesn't want to need it. She wants to like do it because it's what she wants to do and not because she's dependent on it. And I think Tammy for once has the right idea, because honestly I enjoy the work I do, but I don't want to have to work because I have to make money. I just want to have the money there and just sit back and just write and make these videos and just do anything I want to do that is technically work, but it doesn't have the same pressure of you're doing this to make money. But yeah, Adeswa kind of agrees with the whole scenario about not being the breadwinner of the family. But the thing is, Adeswa is the breadwinner of her family, so why is she lying? Like she's just like living in this delusion, and she tries to pass it off that her husband is the breadwinner. And I don't know why she's going so far to do that. I know people do that, like I know women do that to be more specific, but why do you have to lie that you are not the person? Like, why do you have to lie about this? You're the person providing for your family. It's not like you're supposed to go around talking about it to everybody, but you should not be telling lies about the situation. If you have to lie about it, then probably isn't the best situation to be in. I don't know. But yeah, Adeswa supports the logic of not being the breadwinner and all that jazz. They're basically just talking about relationship and money. That's the conversation. But while they're talking about all this, I'm wondering why Zuri. Like, she brings up the matter of how Shola also gave her some money advice, which I will still say that was too much information to give him. But her mindset is telling her that he likes her. And I'm wondering why she got to that conclusion in the book, because I don't think someone who's giving you money advice is doing it out of like, I mean, it's out of hate, but it's definitely out of feelings. Like, that's a very odd conversation to have with someone that you're trying to win over. Oh, I want you, so I'm going to tell you how to manage your money. I honestly don't understand how she got to that logic, but let her enjoy her fantasy. So yeah, that's basically all that happens in the book. Yeah, not much story there. You don't mind because you're enjoying seeing this makeup, right? Right. Okay, I'm just going to keep talking about my makeup because it's been so long and I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself. I hope you can tell. I hope you can tell that I'm so proud. Anyway, so with this, I go towards the episode, and episode actually kicks off with the presentation. So Zuri does the presentation for the pitched the present thingy to the other company, and she pulled it off well. Meanwhile, during the presentation, the Shola guy decides to ask a question to put her on the spot. I don't like him in the book, but at least from the book, even though I don't like him, I understand the suave character they're trying to paint him with. So why like, is it possible to change actors like halfway through a series? People do that because, like, I don't understand why he was chosen for this role. Maybe he's a good actor with other kind of scenes, but not this suave scene. He's not. Yeah, he didn't put it off well. That's what I'm trying to say. So he's supposed to be like this, I'm a smart man talking down to you because I know what's up and I'm putting in this tight spot. But he just looks like a baby talking, and not in a cute way. Yeah, I feel like I'm going hard on this guy, but it's true. Like, he doesn't act well. So the scene or the character or the persona he's supposed to have isn't translating. And I don't like scenes with him. I feel worse seeing scenes with him than when I see scenes with just Zuri, because Zuri is actually acting her role well. I just think they're not giving her enough. But he is not acting what they gave him well. Anyways, she answers his questions expertly. The meeting is over. Her boss congratulates her, and she goes to talk to Tammy about her day, and they're just talking. Can I see that scene ran for long? It just kept going on and on and on. And long single scenes aren't bad if whatever they are talking about is leading to progress in the movie. But this isn't leading to any progress. They're just going over the same things they've said before. We keep talking about the scenes we've already watched, and they're not saying anything that is giving us a different point of view from these scenarios. So yeah, that scene stretched on for way too long. I don't even know what they said because it wasn't even important. But it ends with Zuri talking about how she's going to travel to see her mom, and she makes the trip, which I thought she was not going to make, but I guess they decided that it was still important and they put it in the series. So after the conversation with Tammy, Zuri goes to the airport, and she's on a phone call. Let's just get this straight. She's on a phone call. There is space all around her. You can literally sit anywhere. Tell me why Shola decided to sit so close to her when she wasn't even aware of his approaching. I think it's weird. Like, they are not friends. They've run into each other a few times, but they are not friends. They really have nothing to do with each other besides work, and they're not even working directly with each other like that. So just for him to sit down beside her in the manner he did was already 10 shades of creepy. And like, you can tell me I'm reaching or whatever, it's true. That was creepy. You don't walk up to someone to sit down beside them. The only people that do that are random guys trying to hit on you in the most inappropriate ways, or weird people, strangers you find on the streets that really probably are close to not being okay. So why he would just go to sit beside her that way? Like, even your friends, unless they want to surprise you because they're close to you and like, oh, surprise and it's a thing, a friend will still alert you that they're sitting close to you. They don't just creep up. That's what he did. He crept up and sat beside her when she was making a phone call. And not only that, but he was eavesdropping on her conversation, because as she was talking, he was like making expressions, like reacting to the conversation she was having. When she ends this conversation, before they can even get into an actual conversation between both of them, he comments about the phone call. he points out that he was eavesdropping. She asked like, "Oh, why are you eavesdropping?" Like a joke. But seriously, that is wrong. Do not eavesdrop on people's conversations, even though you're close to them. Don't eavesdrop on their conversations. The only times, like if I accidentally hear like a name of someone I know, like you're talking to someone that we both know, and like, "Oh, was that this person?" Tell her hi. That kind of stuff. It's fine, but not like a person you're not close with talking to somebody that you've never met before or whatever, and there's no reason to form a relationship with that person on that phone call, and you're talking about the conversation they had. Like, no. I don't understand how Zuri is not seeing all these things, how she's still attracted to this person up until this point. But okay. So they have a conversation that they don't really go into because they're not really talking about anything relevant. Maybe it's because they're like working around this guy's acting skills. Who knows? Maybe. I'm not the director. I'm not the person that shot the movie or like edited the scenes. So I don't know why they chose to not really expand on the conversations they were having. Instead, they layered it over with Tammy going on a date, and like every 5 seconds they switch scenes between Tammy and Zuri. Two different, no, Tammy's on a date, Zuri's on whatever she is on, and it's like the cutting is not smooth. They just like clip to clip to clip. I'm not really getting the fullness of any conversation. Tammy's only kind of understand what's happening. She was vibing with the guy, and turns out she ended up thinking the guy's like stingy with his money or broke. We don't know if he is, but he just has a mentality of only spending on the girl the first time, and every other time whoever suggests will spend or he split the money. While that is an okay thing to do, it's not an okay thing to insist on. Just putting it out there. But yeah, Zuri is supposed to be main character, and her relationship with this Shola guy is supposed to be developing, but we don't see that conversation because it's glossed over. Why was it glossed over? Okay, so Zuri makes it home to her mom's place, and she apologizes to her mom about everything, just checks in on her, talks about insurance, and tells mom that she needs to start an insurance like for her so that if anything happens again, they'll be better prepared and all that. And then from there, she goes to visit an old friend who she finds out has gotten engaged, and they have a conversation about that and a wedding to prepare for and all that. But the two girls decide that since they haven't seen each other in a while, and this is like a positive occasion for at least one of them, like let them go out and celebrate. So they go back to Zuri's mom's place, and as they walk in, of course, the visitor in the book that came to ask for money is there. So she's come to ask for money. Tell me why someone that is supposed to be someone's friend, you know the person's house, the part of the person's house got burned, you know this person was in a crisis basically because she had to get medical checkup to clear the smoke, and also have to pay for that, and also has to now start paying for her house, and you come into her home and you don't offer one word of an apology to her about the problem she went through, but immediately ask her for money. And clearly your eyes are 100% fixed on the money, and she's giving it to you, and from there you take the money and go without so much as a "I'll check up on you later." What? Like, seriously? And I'm not even going to like give it so much thoughts. But of course, Zuri like points it out to her mom, like, we don't have money to give to someone else because you're retired. Again, you're retired, you're not doing anything, you don't really have savings in your window, all that jazz that makes it unreasonable to be giving away money you have, especially in this currently tight situation. But the mom doesn't listen to her, and yeah, basically the conversation ends, and that's when the episode ends, pointing out like the lessons of the day, which is spending plan. Yeah, so it covers different people's spending plan, from the insurance reasons to the point of the mom giving money away anyhow, to Tammy's dates, spending systems kind of thing. And yeah, that's where the episode ends. I don't feel like much happened. The problems I have are kind of like a repetition of the problems I've had before. I think I had more faults with my biggest fault is with Shola, of course. and like the storyline, which we're obviously supposed to say, oh, this is wrong, oh, this is right. So everything else was fine. And yeah, the episode to me was just like an average rating. It wasn't like as bad as the last one. It didn't feel like it crashed. It just felt like it's there. But yeah, that's all that happened. And if you like this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you never miss a thing. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.